to move equipment used to enrich uranium for nuclear fuel to an underground bunker that until 2009 was secret. The Fordo nuclear facility is carved into a mountain, offering better protection from any possible attack. Iran's top nuclear official said some centrifuges have already been moved, but they are taking their time to observe what he called technical standards. Tehran says it has informed the International Atomic Agency about the move. For more on this, we're now joined live from Tehran by Professor Saeed Marandi from the Lebanese capital. You're in Beirut, excuse me, sir. What do you think are the real reasons behind this transfer of nuclear equipment?
Well, this is nothing new. The new facilities that are being opened were being built for years. And the reason was because the United States and its ally Israel were constantly making threats against Iran, against international law, that they will bomb Iran and bomb Iran's nuclear facilities. The Iranians, if there were no American threats to its sovereignty and to its independence, the Iranians had no reason to even take these facilities into any underground facility in the first place. So it's basically to protect the people who work there, the workers, the scientists, and the ordinary people who are involved with the program, and also to prevent the United States from making, or the Zionist regime from making a stupid decision to attack Iran. So it's a preventive measure as well.
Okay, so it's a preventive measure here that Iran would move nuclear facilities burrowed deep into a mountain because of threats, as you were saying, by Israel and America. But given the international anxiety over Iran's nuclear program, I mean, how do you think this could affect relations with the international community? Could it seem devious in some form or another? Certainly Washington might be prone to think such a thing.
Well, the United States and the Western European countries and governments are not the international community. They like to think they are, but that Eurocentric world is coming to an end, especially now that the United States and its partners have failed throughout the Middle East and their economies are all in very sorry shape. I think that era is beginning to end. The Iranians are working with the international community, the International Atomic Energy Agency, despite it being highly influenced by Western powers, knows about the installation. They visited the installation. The Iranians built it and announced it within the framework of international law. And so there is no problem in that respect. The only problem is that the United States feels it has the right to impose its will upon others and to threaten countries with military strikes. And this was, as I said, to prevent that from happening. Of course, I think now it is becoming more and more clear that the United States simply does not have the ability to attack Iran. The Iranians are much stronger today than they were in the past, and the United States and its allies are much weaker than before.
Now, in just about 2 weeks or so ago at RT, we had the chance to sit down and have an exclusive interview with the Iranian leader, Mahmoud Ahmadinejad. He said that nuclear weapons are a weapon of war of the last century and are obsolete. Therefore, Iran has no interest in any nuclear weapons. So how would you read that?
Well, I think the very fact that there's never been any evidence whatsoever to show that Iran's nuclear program has been anything but peaceful. Even early on, when there were very intrusive inspections throughout the country by the IAEA, and the Americans were feeding them all sorts of so-called intelligence, there was absolutely no evidence provided or revealed that Iran's nuclear program had any aspect of it that was in any way or form military. So the program itself is a part of Iran's drive to move towards high-tech industries. You see that Iran has developed all sorts of industries that have so far been in the hands of a very few countries. For example, satellite technology, nanotechnology.
All right, so satellite technology, nanotech technology, you're saying that, again, the nuclear energy race is that for energy purposes and technological purposes. But if I may, we're running low on time here. Do you think that it's just a coincidence that the transfer of nuclear equipment to this mountain facility comes with the change of regime in Libya? Does Iran possibly fear it could face a similar uprising, do you think?
Not at all. I think there's no comparison. The Islamic Republic is highly popular among its own population. If you look at polls carried out by Americans in Iran, you'll see that. The Iranian elections in the past have shown the Islamic Republic to be contrary to what Western media and Western officials like to say and like to think, that it is solid, it is strong, and it has popular support. The problem really is that American allies in the region are much weaker than before. The United States is losing influence in the region, but the reason why this move is taking place is because the facility is finally ready. It has been built. They began building it years ago, and it's now ready, and it's an investment, and the Iranians are going to make use of it.
Professor Saeed Marandi, live for us from Beirut. Thank you.